ललिता सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कुं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनदारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं हरिः ओं तत्सत् नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय पुत्रे श्रीमते जयपताका नामिने हरे कृष्णा वेलकम टू एवरीवन रेवंत रमण विशाखा माधुरी ललिता मुरलीधर गायत्री
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा thank you for joining. So this is English Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrita. So we have been doing it for last 5 weeks. This is the week 6 we are doing it. It's very very important that one should try to read this Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrita. Because Acharya is not an ordinary Acharya. Prabhupada is not an ordinary Acharya. He is Jagat Guru. He came here specially for us to deliver. Krishna has specially sent. If we are not taking advantage of his writing, not taking advantage of his Vani, no, it is we are the loser. Okay, so let's get started. This week, let quickly recap. Chapter 5 was titled The War. We have seen Second World War, how Prabhupada was struggling to print papers. He wrote to governments. They're not even giving papers to print. Prabhupada, first he printed his first thing. He was back in Calcutta. Like that, so we were seeing how difficult it was. Prabhupada was doing it. So chapter 5 we saw the war period, how the Britishers were trying to artificially create all the they were holding all the grains, or they were putting into the sea so that artificial demand can increase. They're forcing Indians to join the army. Like that, we have seen the last chapter 5. Now this is a chapter 6, unknown friend. So this chapter titled after Prabhupada, one famous letter he wrote to Gandhi. 1 month before Gandhi died, Prabhupada predicted that he predicted that Gandhi will be shot dead. He told him also, he warned him, he wrote a letter in the name of friend, unknown friend. He said, Gandhi, you may not know me, but I am your follower. Once upon a time, I was following you, I'm your best friend. Please listen. If you're not going to listen me, you will see a cruel death. He warned, but Gandhi did not read that letter. He did not listen. Probably Gandhi would have listened to Prabhupada, no? He would have survived, or he would have become Krishna consciousness. Of course, he was reading Bhagavad Gita. He was very devotional, but he did not completely surrender to Krishna. So Prabhupada was calling him. So that's why the chapter titled Unknown Friend. So we will read that complete sloka, complete Prabhupada letter, a very wonderful letter, heart-touching letter Prabhupada writes to Gandhi. So this chapter is titled that. But apart from that, we will see how Prabhupada family business life is slowly going away. All the business he was trying to do, how it is not doing well. First, he started his life in Calcutta. Then he moved to Allahabad. From Allahabad, he came to Bombay. From Bombay, again, he came to Calcutta. Again, he established in Lucknow. Then Lucknow did not go well. Again, he goes back to Ahmedabad. Again, he comes back to Kolkata. So that way, we'll see Prabhupada how struggling for his business, but he was determined in Krishna consciousness. So again, how we'll see how he's struggling to print his BTG today, and also his first book of Bhagavad Gita he wanted to print. So some of the episodes we will see in this chapter very interesting today. So it is starting with the quote from Madhavendra Puri. Let the sharp moralist accuse me of being illusioned. I do not mind. Experts in Vedic activities may slander me as being misled. Friends and relatives may call me frustrated. My brothers say may call me a fool. The wealthy Maimonides may point me out as a mad, and the learned philosophers may assert that I as much as too proud. Still, my mind does not budge an inch from the determination to serve the lotus feet of Govinda, though I am unable to do it. This is exactly depicting Prabhupada's life. So, Madhavendra Puri is telling here some people may be calling fool because you are not taking care of family. There is a huge wealth. Every time you are thinking Krishna, Rama, what is this? So, this is what exactly happening. His family slowly detaching from Prabhupada. Prabhupada is to do a lot of program. They would not cooperate. They'll sit on the top and drink tea. Family members, his father-in-law would scold him, "Why you are wasting time? Why you are not taking care of the family?" Like that. But Prabhupada was determined his guru's instruction. Whenever you get money, print books. Number one. Number two, he was always inclined to write Bhagavad Gita. He wanted to translate that everything into English because there was not authentic translation of Bhagavad Gita was available. So that's what in this episode we will see. So this episode talks about the Hindu Muslim fight. Um so here, Prabhupada was explaining once the big fight was happening in Calcutta, especially Calcutta Hindu Muslim right was happening. This India was breaking from Pakistan, that historic movement. The people are migrating from India to Pakistan, Pakistan to this near the border of Punjab and Sikhs. They were moving from Pakistan to India, so they started fighting each other. uh, then Prabhupada was in this Leelamrita, it is written, after fight, people died. Nobody's bothered about it is Hindu or Muslim. Corporation lorry will come, take all the body, Hindu body or Muslim body, everything they cremate. Where is the differentiation between Hindu and Muslim? Once they died, it is a Hindu body or a Muslim body, it needs to be buried. They would fight, oh, Hindus, God, like that. So there were a lot of fights were happening, lot of unrest were happening. That is the scenario. So Prabhupada's Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur clearly call out a blind person cannot lead another blind person. The leader is so-called person is blind. He's not spiritualist. If you see olden days, Raja Rishi, they used to have knowledge about Vedas, God. Then they rule, keeping King God as the center. Nowadays, the modern politicians they don't know about God, so they are blinding, leading blindly because at that time they thought, okay, India got independence, we can be happy. But India was still it was into further turmoil, and Jinnah was asking separate country for Pakistan, and people were literally cutting each other. Hindu was fighting, killing a Muslim. A Muslim is killing Hindu. This was a heartbreaking scene that was happening. So that's where you can see in the bottom, many died. After death, there was no distinction who was Hindu, who was Muslim. The municipal men gathered them together in piles, threw them somewhere. That's all. What happens after death? Who died? Who doesn't make? Everybody blood is red only. Hindu doesn't have a different color blood. Muslim doesn't have a different color, green color blood. It's all same blood, same brother, manhood, the same humanhood. They were fighting each other. So that was the scene was going on. Then this all going on in amidst of that, Prabhupada wanted to print his first Gita Upanishad, which is Bhagavad Gita. So 1200 pages, three illustrated, beautifully bound volumes he want to print, and he was over 2 years. He read thoroughly so much scripture. So Prabhupada was dedicating his time. Whenever there is time available, he would immediately translate and write. So he had some loose papers. Sometime he would type. So he created this manuscript. It was almost Bhagavad Gita was almost completely done. So he was looking for to the print. Please understand today. Please, this is today is very very important. Prabhupada life, what happened is till he goes to US, right? Everything was utter failure. Everything was utter failure, including his writing this Gita Upanishad, printing it was utter failure. I'll show you. But how a person who got so much problem in their life, so much failure, but it was determined, Prabhupada was not shaking. This is some of the lesson we can learn from this Prabhupada life. Sometimes we used to read history. Gori Muhammad, somebody else who fought so many times, he conducted so many wars, like that. People are determination. But you have to see here Prabhupada determination. Materially, lot of problem in the business. He could not able to succeed. His family is not supporting. Gaudiya Mutt, which is broken down of after his guru is left. He was struggling alone to write. There is no money for printing. He's approaching various people, and you will see today the same old manuscript after putting 2 years of effort. This was stolen. You will see that episode today. Heartbreaking to see that how Prabhupada has managed the situation. Okay, now what is happening is Prabhupada, after this war was settling down and Quit India movement, Gandhi started. This is time about independence. This is the time India is getting independence. Now, Jinnah has started asking for a separate country for Muslim. So that's where 1946, 1947, this is all happening. So this is during that period, just before independence. This is what happening. So there is one guy called Mahendra Pratap Raja. He was living in Vrindavan. He started one religion of love in May 1947. He was calling all the kind of religionists come together and have one approach, one God, because there is so much fight happening, so much poverty. Britishers were throwing all the food into the sea, creating artificial, recruiting people for their army. So a lot of unchaotic things were happening. So he started this religion of love. Prabhupada was straightforward. He said, your religion of love will not help because it is not based on Bhagavad Gita. If nobody follows Bhagavad Gita, then there is no peace formula. So then he was talked about 10 points. He wrote a letter to him. 10 points saying these are the 10 principles which you need to follow. Otherwise, your effort will be just another attempt. It will be imperfect. So Prabhupada was very clear. Now what is happening is, excuse me, Prabhupada is started preaching to whoever they are there. Let it be government official, it could be a vice president, or it could be president, or it could be Gandhi, Nehru. Everybody wrote a letter. See, Prabhupada, this is what he was doing. It. Prabhupada was not afraid. He never, his ambitions were really high. He always talked to the politicians and he wanted to convert them into Krishna consciousness. Now, he wrote a letter to, there are a lot of riots happening because people are killing each other, poverty, so people are stealing and things like that. So Prabhupada gave a recommendation: be Krishna conscious. This will solve the problem. But the government did not take it. Then he wrote to Governor of West Bengal. Then he wrote to Assistant Secretary to the Minister of Education. Then he wrote to local official. Then he wrote to Chairman of Rehabilitation Committee, and he told the solution is Prashadam Kirtan. If you do that, this will be interested. Most of them, they said wrong letter, or they did not bother to reply, or they said they're not interested in your preaching and it will not work out. Occasionally, one or two people have appreciated Prabhupada effort, but Prabhupada constantly is to write letter to all of them. Then he wrote to Asthana, High Court advocate. Then he appreciated. Then he also wrote a letter to Gandhi, which we will read it shortly. So somebody is mentioned. He is either a saint, he is either a saint amongst the politicians or politician among the saints. The Mahatma encourages others to surrender to Krishna. Prabhupada very clearly wrote, Mahatma means not just a title Mahatma. One who is follows surrender to Krishna is real Mahatma. So like that, Prabhupada is started preaching to everyone. But the beauty is Prabhupada stored all this letter, whatever communication he wrote, no, he kept it himself. Any reply comes back, no, he file it and keep it. So Prabhupada attempted to preach to everyone in the government, whoever it is, giving a solution for the practical problem for the current solution. But nobody is to listen. So this is a wonderful letter on December 7th, 1947. He wrote a letter to Gandhi from Kanpur. Please, this is the important chapter, and this is the title, Unknown Friend. I will open up quickly the letter as well, so that we can read some part of the letter. And such an inspiring letter, Prabhupada Lord. I keep reading this letter again and again and again. Such a wonderful letter. We will read it. This is in chapter 6, Unknown Friend. We are doing this entire book. Okay. I'm going to read this letter. Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Okay, probably I'm not shared properly. Okay, let me share. Are you able to see my screen now? Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. So, this is a wonderful letter. Let us read few parts of it. Dear Mahatma Ji, please accept my respectful namaskar. I am your unknown friend. This is the title of the chapter today, because he says Prabhupada is introducing himself to Gandhi as unknown friend. But I had write to you at times and again, although you never cared to reply them. I sent you my papers back to Godhead, but your secretaries told me that you have very little time to read the letters and much less for regarding the magazines. I asked for an interview with you, but your busy secretaries never cared to reply this. Anyway, as I am your very old friend, although unknown to you, I am writing to you in order to bring you to the rightful position deserved by you. A sincere friend, I must not deviate from my duty towards a friend, like your good self. So this one thing what Prabhupada clearly telling is, most of the time we will love to have people who always glorify us. Oh, ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ, wonderful thing you have done, appreciate. But nobody will come and say, Prabhu, everything is fine, but there is some constructive feedback where I want to tell you this you would have done better. This you don't do it. No, this is you are not following. You are not good in Krishna conscious. This you would have improved. You are doing a fault finding. So this you would have improved. So we need to have sometime a friend who can guide us. It is for betterment of ours. Instead of having thousands of friends who always glorify us, we should have one good friend who can criticize us and bring it to a good path. He is more than, he is equal to more than any good friends what we have. There is no use of having good friends who says yes yes all the time. There needs to be some friends who you should be able to tell you, correct you, saying that, or it could be your partner, or it could be your spouse. So like that, sometime my spouse will be vocal and she would tell this is what you're doing is wrong. So I would realize that and know what I'm doing is wrong. So like that, we should have a friend, who can do that. So Prabhupada was not okay glorifying Gandhi, but he's straightforward telling, was you whatever you're doing, you are not Krishna conscious, you're doomed. So he's taking that advantage. Now you see that. I told you a sincere friend that you must immediately retire from active politics. Gandhi was already 76 or almost 80s, I guess. So then this is what he says. If you do not desire to die inglorious death, he clearly called inglorious death means you will not have a peaceful death. Somebody will kill you, or you will have some massive heart attack or whatever it is. Inglorious death. You have 125 years to live as you have desired to live. But if you die in inglorious death, it is no worth. If you die like that, what is the use? The honor and prestige that you have obtained during the course of your present lifetime were not possible to obtain by anyone else. So he's glorifying. Really, you've done a tremendous job. There are a lot of people love you. But you must know that all these honors, prestige were false in as much as they are created by the illusory energy of God called Maya. You're telling all this glorious, it's all waste of time. It is just matter of time you will die. And what glorious is that after that? So you need to become Krishna conscious. No, here Prabhupada says a sadhu is not supposed to flatter, but to cut clearly called out friendship, what is good for you. Uh, so Mahatma Gandhi was now what is happening is he was not he was initially appreciated, but the other people in Congress they were not appreciating now. They are completely disappointed outcome of this Indian independence because they don't want India to be split India and Pakistan. That's what happening. So now, by the grace of God, the delusion is going cleared and thus fulfilled. Friends like Acharya Kripalani and others are accusing you now for inability at the present moment. Now, the other colleagues in the Congress, like Acharya Kripalani and other people, started criticizing Gandhi for allowing Jinnah to separate. Um, uh, so now this political is becoming a problem. Then he says, you will die like inglorious death like Mussolini, Hitler, or Lloyd George met with. So these are the people either killed or they committed suicide. So similarly, you will die. This is Prabhupada prediction exactly 1 month before Prabhupada was actually shot dead. And he is writing again and again, you will die inglorious death. See this word inglorious death, how many times repeated in his letter? Because a pure Vaishnava, when utters, when he says something, that will happen. And he warned several times, see, your friends are not accepting you. Jawaharlal Nehru, Kriplani, other people, Jinnah, nobody is listening. And Gandhi, what he used to do is he used to go for prayers. He goes to Muslim place and he will do namaz. And the Muslims were started hitting, crushing his car, said, don't come away, don't come here, you go away from this. Then he used to go to Hindu community and he used to do open preaching there. Then Hindus also hate him. During that point of time, just before independence, people started hating Gandhi because of whatever he has done. So dividing the country. So many of them were dying, fighting. So none of them were not happy by that arrangement. So that's why you can see that even Gandhi, wherever he went, nobody was accepting. People started throwing stones, breaking his car. So Prabhupada was quoting saying that now whatever done is done. Please take it up to the Bhagavad Gita based teaching. You are already following, reading Bhagavad Gita. You should take up to Krishna conscious, completely retired from politics. Now you are 80 or 80 plus. Please retire from things. Otherwise, you will face this inglorious state. Neither you have ever cared to know this from the right sources. Therefore, all your attempts to create unity were followed by disunity. He says you are telling ahimsa, I mean non-violence, ahimsa, ahimsa. But what is happening? He brought the violence. Actually, indirectly speaking, Hindu-Muslim rights, right? You can see that it's literally happening. Even though he was promoting non-violence, literally people were killing each other, brothers, right? Before that, they were all living peacefully, brothers and sisters. And Hindu-Muslim were started killing each other. The piles of dead bodies all over the street. Look at that. You're talking about Prabhupada said, whatever you preach, whatever things without keeping Gita or Bhagavad Gita, Krishna in the center, whatever your philosophy is, even though non-violence, it will end up in violence. That's what happening. You are wanted unity between this. He fasted also. Gandhi started fasting, but Jinnah did not accept. So there are a lot of things happen. You can read the history. You are talking about unity, but it was all disunity. So Prabhupada wrote a letter. Then he says, "I'm your unknown friend. Please accept this." But what happened? Like if you throw a bottle into the sea, will it reach? It will not go anywhere. The same thing happened. uh, Gandhi did not read this book, and Godse on January 13th, after drafting a new constitution for the Congress, he went for a spinning wheel and he went for prayers. Gandhi used to go every day evening prayers, and he went to the prayers. Then Godse shot him dead. Then before hanging Godse, people were asking, why did
வாங்க
Godse why did Godse kill Gandhi? It's a
யாருங்க
wonderful statement. Hare Krishna, please go on mute. Thank you. So then he wrote basically saying that Hindus were suppressed and I didn't like it. And he writes a big letter about Gandhi, why I hate him, because he took on his own. everything, everybody's respected. He made the law and things like that. So a lot of things, controversial things, I don't want to speak. But the essence is that Prabhupada, one month before Gandhi's death, he predicted and wrote a letter. Please stop all these things. Become Krishna conscious. Take up Bhagavad Gita. But Gandhi did not listen. And similarly, he was shot dead by Godse. Now, after Gandhi died, the government said there are a lot of fund, Gandhi Memorial Fund, National Fund. So they invited suggestion how to use this fund. Then Prabhupada gave a master plan. He said Gandhi was a Vaishnava. He likes that Vaishnava Janato songs. If you can see that wonderful song, he always preached Gita. When he was dying, he was calling out drama. So he said, he we should spend this money for kirtan because Gandhi used to go regularly, irrespective of whatever it is. Evening he would go for bhajan. So he's all about Kirtan and Bhajan, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. If you want, I will take the responsibility of spreading this distribution, Prasadam and Gita message. You give this money, I will manage. And he said also Gandhi was allowing Harijan go to the temple. So we need to use this kind of funds. And like this, Prabhupada gave a brilliant idea. Finally, no one take it. That's a different story. But Prabhupada was very writing to various people how this fund should be used in terms of Gandhi's way. Now, this is what happening. Prabhupada on a business trip went to Madurai in South India and he met one Muthuswami Chetty. Muthuswami Chetty is also medical representative or medical guy. So Prabhupada had his connect and he told Muthuswami Chetty that I have completed this Bhagavad Gita. I want to print. Then he said, Dr. Alagappa, you can approach him. He's my best friend. So this community, right, in Tamil Nadu, they are the banking community, very, very wealthy person. It's something like you might know Pa Chidambaram. Chidambaram is community. There is one community which they are, what you say, they are very, very rich. One house, I happened to attend their one of the marriage. Hare Krishna, can you please kindly go on mute? So there, each house is one street. One street there will be only one house. They don't hire a Kalyan Mandapandal for manage because the house itself so big, and they want to give dowry, silver items separately. They will have a shop. There will be 8 or 10 rooms. 1 second, let me mute some people. Okay. So this marriage, how they would do is that there will be 6 or 8 shops, one silver item, one gold item, one all the utensils, all the dresses like that. They are very rich, very stinking rich. Alagappa community, those. So he said, Dr. Alagappa, I will recommend him. He will finance for your book. So he was really happy. 1,200 pages of royal size. Then Muthuswami said, you go and talk to him directly. He's in Chennai. You go and meet him. Then he will help you with the printing. And he is already communicated. And Dr. Alagappa was really happy that he is part of this book and he wants to print this Bhagavad Gita in English. He was really happy. But there is something strange happened. His manuscript, when he went home, it was all stolen. Prabhupada was searching and is asking his family members, this is the right opportunity. Last 2 to 3 years, I've spent my entire day and night to write the script. Where it is gone? Nobody's know where it is gone. It was lost. Even though Prabhupada could not prove anything, but he suspected his servant or his son might would have done it. And they would have stole this and they would have sold it for few rupees with the motive of raising money, but he remained mystery. Prabhupada never could able to figure it out who has stolen this manuscript. So all the effort, whatever he has written, it is gone. Again, Prabhupada has to rewrite the entire manuscript. Look at the problem Prabhupada is facing. So at this time, what is happening is, so again, he never stopped after independence also. What he was doing is, just give me a second. Okay. Prabhupada was continuing his letter to many government organizations. Again, he wrote to Indian Congress for Cultural Federation. They did not accept his letter. Then he wrote to All Religion Conference in Bombay, Message of Gita, nobody accepted it, and Denial Bailey of the American Reporter. He actually met American Embassy in India, New Delhi. There is an embassy, right? They used to publish a magazine. Then he said, "Why don't you publish my article in the New York magazine, which comes?" They had appreciated, but they said they don't want to take risk of publishing it. Then he went to Ford Foundation of Detroit, and they are also rejected his pursuit, saying Prabhupada that time itself trying to contact US embassy, US some of the people, colleges, professors tried to publish his Back to Godhead magazine. Then one of the Dr. Muhammad Sayyed, PhD, University of Allahabad, really appreciated, even though he's a Muslim, he really appreciated Prabhupada work. Then governor of Uttar Pradesh, he got a appreciation letter. So these and all Prabhupada is to keep a record, and he would write to all the governors, secretaries to secretary, education minister, US any embassy. Look at this prominent industrialist. Abe wrote to prominent industrialist. He kept all these copies. Prabhupada 1950 and 51 start bombarding letter writing all of them to take this Krishna conscious. He had few old copies of his Back to Godhead magazine. He started doing it. Now let us see his family life, what is happening. In 1948, Abe had closed down Lucknow. So I told you, right? First, Prabhupada started in Kolkata. Then his boss, laboratory representative, went to Allahabad. He was very successful there. Then he had a problem in Allahabad. He had debt of 10,000 or 20,000 rupees. Then Dr. Bose company said, we don't need to pay, but we can't continue our dealership. So you please stop the business. So Prabhupada moved to Bombay. Bombay, lot of struggle. Again, he established business. There are a lot of competition. So he closed down and he moved to Calcutta. From Calcutta, again, he started this Lucknow factory. Lucknow factory was going tremendously well. Again, he got into a lot of issue. He is not able to pay. People started cheating him. Then he has to close down Lucknow factory. Now what to do? He came back again to Kolkata. After some time, he went back to the same Allahabad where he was initially started his Prayag pharmacy 15 years before. He again started with his son Brindavan, a small business, so that his family remained in Calcutta. He did not move his family, and he used to travel a lot. So this is a wonderful thing happened next. See, for important people, Krishna or his guru keep on coming, reminding his responsibility. We have seen in the previous chapter one time Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, after passing away, came in his dream. This is the second time he came in his dream, forcing him, Prabhupada, take sannyas, take sannyas. Prabhupada thought, what is that? Now this is a family life. I have son. My business is not doing good. I need to settle my son's family. Now his guru is ordering him again to take sannyas, 10 years. Prabhupada was thinking. So, but when Allahabad business was unsuccessful, Prabhupada is remembering this particular verse from Bhagavatam, Yashaham Anugrahanami. So this Krishna says, when I feel especially merciful towards someone, I gradually take away all his material possession. Krishna, if somebody is a pure Vaishnava, in order to make him more dependent on Krishna, he would take away. So whatever business Prabhupada was trying, it will flourish for 1 or 2 months. After that, it will go down. He was trying hard. Lucknow, he completely, without his help or anything, day and night, he worked hard. Bombay, he worked hard. Then he went to again Allahabad. Everything was, Krishna was shutting down, shutting down, shutting down. Then Prabhupada clearly saw. So my spiritual master is calling for to take sannyas. My family is not supporting. eh? Then he thought, okay, there is some message. Srila Prabhupada writes, somehow or other, my intention for preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu increased and other side decreased. Other side means family and business. I was not disinclined, but Krishna forced me. It is not that Prabhupada was lazy. Okay, I will not do business. I will do only Krishna conscious. He was struggling hard to maintain his family, his business. But Krishna never allowed him to succeed in his business. He was pulling him down. So that's what he says. But Krishna forced me. You must give it up. The history is known how it decreased, decreased, decreased. And finally, Prabhupada was kind of short of entering into Vanaprastha life. So this is everybody should understand. See, these are the life lesson which you can apply practically in the life. It's not something theory. It's not some story you are hearing it. Anybody who born up to 21st year is a brahmachari life. You learn some scripture, right? What is required for the material to maintain your family. You learn some skill, or you could take a degree, doctor on medicine. Of course, you need to learn more about Krishna consciousness. At the age of 20 or 21, it is right time to get married. But nowadays, what we are seeing it, people just finishing the college, they are long ambitions. They want to do a double PhD, or they want to do a PhD postgraduate, then they want to go to America and earn it. The age might be 30 or 32. That's the time they're getting married. That is too late to start the life. Ideally, one should start around 20, 21, 22, maximum of 23 year, like that. This is ideal recommendation life, because what happens is that life, if you start, then you can retire at the life of 50. This life is meant for us to realize, I said, Swadharma, Sanatana Dharma. There are one duty towards your family, towards the nation, that is there. But what is the use at this age of 70 you're getting retired? What Krishna conscious activity you can do? That's why it is very important at the age of 50, around 55, one should retire completely from Grahastha life. So up to 2021, yeah, ideal brahmachari life. After that, get married. 30 years of solid Grahastha life, so that you would have brought your son would have got married, they would have settled down, then hand over the family to the son. And husband and wife should retire. Retire means actively knowledge, need not necessarily go to the forest. You actively start preaching Krishna consciousness, involve more, engage 100% in Krishna's seva. Another 20 years or 15 years, spend solid 20 years in Krishna conscious life. After 50, you should have a plan. You should save the money right now. That's what Prabhupada was trying to do this business. Why? He want to save some money so that he can retire, print his books. Whatever single penny Prabhupada got, he did not misuse it. He's always want to print. So where he was asking for money, writing letters, nobody was doing it. So at least Prabhupada thought, okay, let me do a big business. 1 year, I'll get the money, I will print the books. That was his idea. So Prabhupada was correctly following it. But after 50, Krishna is not allowing to do any business. He would start the business, he would close down, it lost. He would start the business, he's closed down. So Prabhupada is telling, now I am 54. Now I think Krishna has given the message. One time he was going to his family, his wife was there. What happens, meanwhile Prabhupada was traveling, his wife was not happy, she moved to her father's place. Kids and father, their wife along with them, they moved to their father place. Then Prabhupada has to force to see the family. He went to his father-in-law place. One day his wife brought tiffin which is bought from the shops. Then she asked, why you did not cook? She simply said, no, there is no cook available. Prabhupada realized how his family is degrading. Then he moved them again to Kolkata, a little far away. Then asked them to be Krishna consciousness. He would come back and he would do Bhagavad Gita classes, but they are not interested. They will sit on the top separately, not listening, helping his father, like that. So Prabhupada was clearly saving his family life is slowly. They are disinterested from him, going away. His business is not doing. His guru is calling. So Prabhupada is a perfect son. Even though in the Brahmachari he did not go to Gurukul, Prabhupada lived a perfect Vanaprastha life. When you say Vanaprastha, sorry, not Vanaprastha, the Varnashrama system, Prabhupada has completely followed it. So 2022, get married or settle a goal. At least you should complete your degree and start earning it. And within 2 3 years, they should get married because they can enjoy the life. After 32, really, one thing is that you would have more matured, that enthusiasm, that infatuation, everything would have gone actually, to be honest. So that's the right time to enjoy. So then after that, what happens is up to 40 55, you should have planned how much money you want to earn. By 50 you should have earned it, and you got the sons, they would have got married. And about 50 55 you should retire, completely dedicate. Retire means completely dedicate for Krishna service. Next 20 or 30 years, whatever it is, 70 or 80, dedicate your life. So this is the lesson we can learn from Prabhupada life, and this is what the teaching of Bhagavad Gita as well. Chaturvarnam Maya System. So Krishna says, I created this. Who created this? This is Krishna's created. Nobody's invention it is. So if you want strictly follow Gita, you need to follow this Varnashrama system. So this is a wonderful lesson. That's what I've explained about it. How Prabhupada is starting Allahabad, and finally Prabhupada also took sannyas at the age of no? After some time, he took the age, I mean, sannyas, then he went to abroad for preaching. So Prabhupada followed completely all the varnashram. So this is the essence of today's teaching. If you want to ask any question or something, I kind of completed so far, whatever it is. Unless you have anything, we can discuss. So meanwhile, what is happening? What is happening is Prabhupada again. He made some money in Allahabad before closing down his shop and business. 1952, he printed another version after 8 years of gap struggle. First printed BTG. After that, he did not add money. He published one more version in 1952, another issue of Godhead, and he made little bit money for that. So during this 20 years of extensive travel, Prabhupada used to travel extensively in the train. Then he would, most of the time, he would switch on the light, he would transcribe his books when it was silent, or he would see the other co-passenger, how they are behaving. They would smoke, they would more modern. So he was practically seeing India is changing after independence, how India is getting changed. He was worried. Sometimes he would preach to them, sometime like that. So Prabhupada used to do single-handedly everything. He would write, type, edit it, go to the printer, print it, do the proofreading, and take a printing and personally distribute also, because there is nobody supporting him in terms of money, physical support. Prabhupada is to, because this is the instruction. It is not that Prabhupada he followed his guru's instruction, taken life and soul. That my guru has told, whenever there is money, print books and preach in English speaking world. This was the true instruction his guru gave him. And Prabhupada never deviated from his whatever circumstances, whether business is doing good or not, whether his family stolen his manuscript or not. Again, Prabhupada rewrote again. You will see couple of times Prabhupada manuscript typewriter been stolen. When he goes to US also, he would have written everything. One day somebody will steal his type recorder. You will see time and again, Prabhupada would write it again. So if somebody would have been there, they would have frustrated and left it. But Prabhupada was like, it was unshakable for Prabhupada. He used to, keep everything intact. His family is not doing well. Business is not doing well. Philosophy also, along with other God brothers, they are not cooperating. Prabhupada is struggling alone. But he had his vision clear, what he wants to do. He wants to go to this foreign language, English speaking foreign countries. He want to preach there and he want to print books. So he was printing Back to Godhead and Gita Upanishad. This is the summary of the sixth chapter. There is one takeaway, key takeaway in this lesson is that one letter he wrote to Prabhupada, how turning Krishna conscious, the leaders, the modern politicians, they need to become God conscious. Otherwise, our society is led by the blind leading to the blind. You will get no peace at all these calamities happening now because we created this. Correct, this is called collective karma. This corona, heavy rain, Toronto, all this happening because Mother Earth has been burdened with so much sin people are committing. So if the leader is God conscious, he can lead the people. Those days in Rama, when Rama time ruling, Dasratha was ruling, nobody knows when it rained, because there are always plenty of water, plenty abundance. Earth would give abundance of food. There is no charity in Rama, and during those days, nobody gives charity. Why? Because nobody is poor there. Everybody is rich. Whom you will give it to? Dana. There's nobody there to take dana. You go and say outside, I want to give dana. Nobody is there to take dana because everybody is ready to give. That much wealth was there. But the same earth, right? The same earth now also it is there. There is no difference. Earth can produce so much wealth if she has happy. How she can be made happy? By chanting this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is the Kali Yuga Yajna. By doing this Yajna, Devatas are satisfied. They get the strength. If they get the strength, they release the rain. And if they release the rain, the grain would grow. The grain grows, then we can offer it night foodstuff to Krishna, and also we can consume. Especially protection of the cow is very, very important. If the cow protection is not happening, this society will be doomed. This will have, you will see more problem coming out. This is number one. The second lesson what we can learn from this is this varnashrama dharma is there, no? It's very, very important. By following this varnashra dharma, slowly we will detach from our family. We can't suddenly go to forest today and I can become brahmacharya sannyasi. That's not possible. Gradually one should take up a brahmacharya ashram, study about the shastras, live a family life, and bring everyone to krishna conscious, and do your duty. You can't escape from your duty. Do nice duty, but you have a clear cut mark, milestones. At 23 or 24 I'll get married, at 50 or 55 I'll get retired, at 70 I will take sannyas, whatever it is, or I would retire very in a known sort of life, whatever it is. So one should have a clear cut goal in their life, or I would spend more time in krishna conscious. Now I'm spending 1 hour in a day. Going forward at the age of 50, 55, I should plan retirement plan so that I can spend 15 to 20 hours in krishna conscious life. And as the age grows, we should spend a lot of time, because yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tajanti ante kalevaram tam tam kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. Whoever thinks at the time of me, at the time of death, whatever they think, they'll become like that. So the more we involve in krishna consciousness, the final exam, let's say we are not prepared for the exam, we only prepare at the end of the exam, no kids will pass, or they'll just pass, they will not score good mark. If everybody is daily regularly practices, then only we can pass the final exam. Similarly, slowly we start doing grahastha. When you are young, you can start taking krishna conscious chanting. When at the age of 50, 55, you should fully dedicate ourselves into krishna conscious. Then at the time of death we can remember krishna. Otherwise it is very very difficult. These are the exemplary instruction notes, formula, whatever you call, in the section happening. Please note it down, because you, as soon as you end of the session, go on plan. What is my age now? How much left out? How much responsibility I have towards family? How much I can dedicate to Krishna conscious life? Pray to Krishna that I am not able to spend. At least Krishna will show the way for you to do that. But at least have some goals in the life. It is very important to have these goals. Prabhupada was very clear. His goal was very clear what needs to be done. Accordingly, he did. Perfectly got married at the age of 2022. Then 50 55 he retired. Meanwhile, before retiring, he has prepared himself to write books. He philosophically strong. Then he retired. He took sannyas, then went abroad. He completed his duty. He perfectly followed the Varnashrama Dharma, whatever spoken in Bhagavad Gita. So that is what ideal life everybody should aspire to. Sometimes we may not be able to follow, which is okay. There are exceptions, but in essence, we should gradually start doing personal activity as well as krishna conscious activity. Slowly the time should increase. As we grow old, the more time we should spend for krishna, less time for the family. Initially, yes, you can spend a lot of time, earn money, take care of the family nicely, but still you need to do krishna conscious activity, chanting, reading. That should not be left out. Every day prescribed number of rounds chanting and reading bhagavad gita, this should be the minimum one should follow. So then you will slowly progress in the varnashrama dharma. Okay, I would stop here. It is 5 6. Anybody has any clarification or anything you want to ask, you can ask. Thank you very much for regularly participating, Abhijit, Lata, Madhuri, Muralidhar Gayatri, Purnima Suresh, Ramani Vishaka Mataji, Rukmani, Sushila, Jagannathan. Thank you so much regularly joining. I'm really thankful for you. Because of you, I'm doing this. Otherwise, I would have also not go in depth into this reading of Prabhupada Leelamrita. Please, when you have time, read it. It's a wonderful book. It's available online as well. You can just go to vedabus.io. After that, you go to the Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita. Entire thing is there. I'm just reading it and putting it in a PPT and presenting to you. That's all I'm doing it. This is a huge, but some of them I skipped it because it's a lot of things I won't be able to cover like that. So as soon as it's over, you go and read. It will be a wonderful read. And Prabhupada is amazing. And the letters to Gandhi is amazing. Actually, I keep reading again and again and again. Such a beautiful instruction he is giving. Or any feedback on the session so far? Any improvements you want to do? You want to see more videos or what is that? That also you're most welcome. Because I don't know your how you are relishing this, or is it boring, or you want to change some more audio visual, then I can do that. Please give your suggestion. I am at your service. Hare Krishna. If not, I can end the session by 5:10. I am open for more question answer for another 2 minutes. Otherwise, I'll be ending the session at 5:10. So Janmashtami is really coming. Anybody wants to do any seva, do let me know. I have posted about competition, children's competition. There is one yatra to Ahobilam. I like that. I'll be keep posting a lot of activities. Now Janmashtami is coming. Really, we are into a lot of activities. So those who want any more information on the competition, do let me know. I have already posted on Janmashtami competitions. You can participate. Your kids can participate. Please encourage all of your kids and family members to take advantage of this wonderful chance, because yearly once we conduct this competition. It could be storytelling, quiz, sloka recitation. There are so many, so many competitions which I have already posted in Touchstone group. There's a fancy dress. This is all online. Classical dancing, essay writing, storytelling, Krishna quiz, and Mahabharata, sloka recitation, coloring, drawing, all things will online. We will send you the material. You complete it, send the video, offline evaluation will happen, and the final once they selected, they will then we will have one more program, a live program, singing competition. So there are so many competition as junior, sub junior level. It's a simple registration of 100 rupees for all the competition. You can take any number of competition and you can send it in the I think it is Telegram group. Then 29th August is the last date for registration. 30th August is the last date for sending all your submission. Once it is done, we will evaluate and keep you updated about the winners. So kindly do participate. And there's a wonderful evening today. We were talking, there are a lot of sannyasis and senior disciples we are arranging for Krishna Katha during Janmashtami time, so that people, at least you start reading Krishna book, so that by Janmashtami you would have completed some stories. Make a habit before going to bed. Read Krishna book now. It is very, very wonderful. Krishna Janmashtami is approaching. So you can all wonderfully read and complete Krishna story book. It's a wonderful thing. Please start reading. It will change your consciousness. Tomorrow when you chant also, you feel more rejuvenated chanting this mantra. There's another technique. Start reading Krishna book today if you're not reading. Okay, I'm ending the session unless I'm giving another 1 more minute if anybody wants to share feedback or any questions. If not, thank you so much. We will meet again next week, same time, 4:15. Vanchakalpatarubhesha kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.